So today is exciting because I'm driving the hot hatch of all hot hatches, the hot hatch that arguably started it all.
Volkswagen has had a long history of offering solid materials, build quality, and driving dynamics for a reasonable price, truly earning its English translation of the people's car. Well, that's if you disregard the brand's origin story. And omit the recent lack of admission to poor emissions, which we should get over. Haven't we all had our phases that are embarrassing to look back on? I mean, I used to dress like this in high school.
Oh my God.
And this.
Oh my God.
And this.
Oh my God, he on X Games mode.
I mean, the fact that I'm taking Anyways, the GTI has been touted by purists and fanboys alike as the original hot hatch, giving inspiration to a whole new class of vehicle for generations to come. The original GTI, made in 1975, must have been before global warming though, because I'm not sure how hot 108 horsepower to the crank really could have been. Today though, the current Euro spec generation GTI has a healthy 241 horsepower. But until we get the 2022 GTI here in the States, we're stuck with a lowly 228 horsepower. Sarcasm aside, the current US generation is a blast to drive, and I'm excited to share what it was like with you. But first, let's take the tour. This GTI is in the Autobahn Trim, meaning top of the line. This is the best they got. You want a GTI with all the bells and schnitzels? Here it is. You'll be looking down on your fellow base and mid-tier GTI owner counterparts like peasants with notable features such as Volkswagen's DCC or Dynamic Chassis Control, dual climate control for your needy passengers, and the Fender Premium Audio System. Other notable features carried over from the mid-level trim or the SE trim are, and this is per Volkswagen's website, leather seating surfaces, and last but not least, CarPlay. Y'all know I love me some CarPlay, man. It's so simple, seamless, and sexy. Real quick, before we go out on our test drive, I just wanted to thank you guys for subscribing and engaging with the channel. Y'all have been showing tons of love lately, and we're quickly pulling up on 200 subscribers. Again, if you're not subscribed, consider doing so and joining the community.
Wow, right away the clutch is very, how you say, very light. I'm so sorry if that is offensive. It's my best impersonation of an Asian guy. Driving the 2021 Volkswagen GTI. Today is exciting because I'm driving the hot hatch of all hot hatches, the hot hatch that arguably started it all, and 6-speed manual. Props to I always stall these new Volkswagen clutches. By no means is Volkswagen obligated to keep the manual transmission, but they have. It keeps the purists out there like myself I'm not a purist, but I do really enjoy a 6-speed manual transmission. Kudos to Volkswagen for providing that. The GTI just feels really easy. Driving it in pretty moderate traffic right now, and no problemo, okay? It is a Mark 7.5, meaning it is the midway refresh. It looks a little bit more modern than the Mark 7, but it is the same thing underneath. I mean, for the price, this one's a little bit high. It's 37, but it's the Autobahn. It has some very nice features in here, some very luxurious features. Geez, what am I doing? I mean, compared to its competitors, it's a lot nicer than a Focus ST or RS is. It's a lot nicer than any Honda I've ever been in. It feels very German. There's some plastics in here that maybe because it's a little bit colder, they feel worse. I don't know. I'm not a physicist, but I just know like there's just like the way some stuff feels in here is not great. Build quality is very good. I wish that some of the materials were a little bit better, but they probably shifted that budget over to the performance side of things, which we'll get into. You do have a very nice infotainment here. Currently, I'm using CarPlay. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I love me some CarPlay. CarPlay is the way, only way for me to play. It's bright, vivid, crystal clear, high definition screen for me to see where I'm going. Everything is right here at a touch of a button. I'm not even messing with Volkswagen's infotainment system because I already know the system that I'm using. Apple's iOS system. Super simple. I'll get off of CarPlay. Seats are pretty comfy. The seating position is a little bit more cockpit-esque. Sit more in the car. A lot of vehicles just don't do it for me comfort-wise, but these seats are really, really nice. I like the Recaro-esque. They're not Recaros. I wouldn't be surprised if like behind the scenes they did some design work with Recaro. The gauges are Volkswagen gauges. The right side though has so much going on. It has every 10 miles per hour, and then it has every 20 kilometers. It's just so much going on in there. It hurts my eyes. First corner coming up. Being the Autobahn, this does have the DCC system in it. What is DCC, James? Are you talking about comic books? No, I'm not. I'm talking about the dynamic chassis control from Volkswagen. It's pretty rad. It tightens up the dampers, and it uses German gypsy magic to basically calibrate how the suspension sits in any corner. It keeps you balanced. It keeps you where you want to be throughout. That's the best I can explain it. All I know is that when I hit the sport button, things are sportier. Response in the steering wheel, a little bit more hefty. The engine comes alive just a little bit more. It sounds like an angry vacuum cleaner. I watched a video where that dude in blue said it sounded like that, and it sounds like if you straight pipe the vacuum cleaner or put an intake on a vacuum cleaner. I'm into it though. Ooh, a little bit of traction control coming in there to save the day. Oh yeah, this feels plenty healthy. Very, very planted. So far, it really feels good. It's got an ELSD, so an electronic limited slip differential, which is controlled electronically. It uses that German gypsy magic we talked about a little bit earlier. And it makes decisions on when it should send power to either of the front wheels. Power is very smooth. It's linear until it hits about 4, and then you get that turbo rush. I don't know if you can hear this, but this Evo in front of me is just crackling, and he's making popcorn up there. Oh my god, dude. Sound deadening in here is really good. I can't really hear anything, and I didn't realize just how loud the crackles and pops from this Evo are. And when I put down the windows, steering wheel, it's really nice. I wish it was a little bit more thicker in general, I do like the flat bottom though. A lot of reflection from this area with the piano black, the gloss black on it, and all you see is just dust. I really wish I could contact Volkswagen directly, the guy that's in charge of the materials inside of the car, and say, hey, why piano black? You're gonna give OCD people a heart attack. It's in stress-induced anxiety that will then turn into panic attacks and later kill them of a heart attack because you can just never keep this clean. The suspension is nice, man. I really like it. This is the GTI for people who want all the latest tech. You want lane keep assist, you want blind spot monitoring, you want, hello? Okay, we gotta turn that off. Lane keep assist is really good, but it doesn't ask for permission, it just is on. So as I'm driving back here, it'll be like, hey, we're in control now. And as I'm trying to turn, it's doing it for me. Listen, I'm a strong black independent woman and I don't need no lane keep assist. All right, so we turned that off. Very weird, man. We're going into a time where cars are just gonna...
Listen, sir, I got this. Let me drive for you.
Unacceptable. Cruising back here, there's bumps and it feels sporty. It's not crashy. The f, dude? So brakes are good. Dude just pulled out in front of me on his phone in a pickup truck. So even though this is a solid German machine, I think I would have lost that one.
And so it was Volkswagen's last hurrah with the Mark 7 GTI. I've come to the conclusion that this car is great at doing everything good, but not great at any one thing. For instance, practicality, good. Hatchback with fold-down seats and 4 doors. Comfort, good. The seats are supportive and the cabin feels roomy for its size. Available features, good, especially in the Autobahn Trim. Economy is good. It gets 24 city and 32 highway. Performance, you guessed it, it's good. 220 horsepower is no slouch and more than enough for the average commute. So, like I said, the GTI is not great at any one thing except being good at all of them. What I love about the GTI is its handling, its premium button-down feel, and the practicality. Where the GTI falls short for me is, once you're in the Autobahn package, which is a little too close to $40,000 for me to stomach, the GTI's choice of materials feel lackluster. Also, the steering. While your ability to conduct the front end in and around a corner is high, I start to lose confidence when in a spirited situation as the visceral feedback is non-existent. Overall, the GTI is not only arguably the original hot hatch in our current day of 2021, it is king of the hot hatches. With its luxurious feeling interior, its proper and polished aesthetic, and a long lineage of being family fun for everyone. This roided out Golf is the ideal candidate for an all-around daily drive with just a little mushroom schnitzel sauce on top to keep your Autobahn spirit alive. Alright folks, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. My name is James, your old friend you've never met before. I'll see you next time.